welcome back to my channel. On this episode of the Rainbow Shadow series, we're going to be dipping into a rose gold eyeshadow. So if you're interested in seeing a rose gold eyeshadow, then I'll meet you right back here in a sec. Okay, so the very first thing that you want to do before we start dipping into any powder eyeshadow is priming your eyes with an eyeshadow primer. My favorite eyeshadow primer is from Shop Miss A. It is only $1 retail value. You do want to make sure that you do apply it with a synthetic brush. Apply it from your lash line all the way up underneath your eyebrows and then wait for it to dry completely. Now, once you're done waiting for your eyeshadow primer to dry completely, now we have to set that eyeshadow primer with a powder eyeshadow. So I'm going to dip into my personal eyeshadow palette right over here. If you need help picking out your personal basic eyeshadow shades, I help you in my eyeshadow tutorial video, so you're more than welcome to refer back to that video and then come back to this video so we can be on the same page in achieving this rose gold eyeshadow look. So now I'm just going to dip my really big fluffy blending brush, and all the brushes that I am using are under $8. They're all from e.l.f., so I am going to link them for you down below. So if you're on the market for new brushes, these are amazing and very, very effective. Also very inexpensive, which is really, really great. Now, it's very important that you set your eyeshadow primer with an eyeshadow. If you were just to go in with your crease colors right on top of the primer, it's going to grab onto that primer and it's not going to blend and look really soft. So you really want to be sure to set your eyeshadow primer. Great. Now, once you're done setting your eyeshadow primer, now we're going to start adding color to our crease. So for that shade, I'm going to dip into this color right over here. So just a basic flesh tone crease color. I like to build my colors gradually, so I'm not going to dip into anything too dark just yet. So I'm just going to take this flesh tone crease color and I'm just going to place it right over here. So right in my crease. Great, now once you're done adding that flesh tone crease color to your crease, now we're just going to enhance it a little bit. So now I'm going to dip into this bronzy color right over here. If you don't have a bronzy eyeshadow, just go ahead and grab your bronzer and use your bronzer. It's exactly the same thing, so you can totally get away with that. So I'm just going to coat both sides of my brush. Now I'm going to show you something really quickly. If any of you guys out there don't have a lot of brushes to use, Shop Miss A has this amazing in-between eyeshadow brush cleaner that is dry, so you don't have to spray it or put it on a wipe or anything. You just take your dry brush on this dry sponge and it completely takes off all the pigment. So if you don't have a lot of brushes to use, this is only $1 from shopmissa.com. I went ahead and linked it for you down below. I highly suggest you get it if you guys don't have a lot of brushes to work with, or if you just simply have a favorite brush that you want to clean off. So once we're done adding our flesh tone crease color, I'm going to dip into, like I said, this bronzy shade right over here. So I'm just going to take this bronzy color and layer it right on top of the flesh tone crease color. So I'm not going to place anything on my eyelid. I'm still focusing on the crease. Perfect. Now once we're done enhancing our crease, now I'm going to dip into a completely different palette. So I'm going to put my basic palette aside. I just use flat neutral colors, but now I want to enhance that rose gold theme that we are going with today. So for that reason, I'm going to dip into my KKW Beauty Classic palette. I'm going to dip into this really beautiful, almost like peach pink color. So not too pink and not too peach. And I'm going to use my same fluffy brush. And I'm just going to take this color and I'm going to layer it right on top of my crease as well. So now slowly, I just want to start enhancing and adding that rose gold. So that way we do have a little bit of that rose gold shining through on top of our really beautiful neutral color. So I'm just going to place it right on top of my crease. Again, not taking anything on my eyelid, just going back and forth. Perfect. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side, placing it right on top of my crease. Great, now once you're done adding that really beautiful pinky peachy color, now we're going to enhance our lower lash line. So for this step, you're going to grab your really small detailed brush that we use specifically for underneath the lash line, and I'm going to dip in just to a really light, almost tan color. So I'm just going to coat both sides of my brush, and for this step, grab your handheld mirror because we do want to place it really close to our lash line. So hold your mirror up really, really high and just sweep this really light brown neutral color all the way up underneath your lash line, just to give a little bit of definition to the base of your lashes. So just hold it up super, super high and place it right up underneath. And then when I look at you in the camera, you can see how just adding a little bit of eyeshadow right up underneath your lash line does make your eyeshadow overall look less made up. So if I take a look at you right over here, you can see how it kind of looks like I do have a lot of eye makeup on. It's a little bit heavy, but then when I turn this way, it overall just looks more connected and more seamless. So I'm just going to continue and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, once you're done adding that tan color, now I just want to enhance the lower lash line. So we started off with this color, so now let's just enhance it with a really soft brown. So using that same really small brush, go ahead and dip into your color and tap off the excess just to make sure that you don't get any pigment in your eye. And then just take this color and place it right up underneath your lashes. So now we're just starting to make that lower lash line just a little bit smokier, which is so beautiful. And also adding a little bit of color to your lower lash line does make your eyes overall look bigger too, which is really fun. Great, now once we're done with that, now I do want to add a little bit more smokiness to the outside corners of our eye. So for this step, go ahead and grab your medium-sized blending brush. So nothing too big, we're going to go with this size right over here. And I'm going to dip into my personal eyeshadow palette. So you can see right over here how I have a reddish brown color, so almost like a cocoa brown. So dip both sides of your medium-sized blending brush in that reddish brown color, and then we're just going to take this color right at the outside corner of my eye. So now we're starting to place a little bit of color on our eyelid. So we're not going to be focusing on the crease anymore. So just take this pigment and take it right at the outside corner, and you can see how when I take a look in the camera how it really does start making the eye look a little bit smokier and also to more almond shape. So we're really focusing on that outside corner. So now I'm just going to take that same reddish brown color and put it on the outside corner on this side. Great, now once you're done adding that color, now we're going to grab a clean brush. So always have a clean blending brush on hand. It's very important to blend and soften your colors. If you wait until the very end after you're done adding all your eyeshadow to blend and soften the colors, you will mix all the colors together. So it's very important that you do blend them step by step. So grab your clean blending brush and just take the tip of the brush and just ever so gently just soften and make sure there is no harsh lines at all from where your eyeshadow meets your makeup. So you can see how I'm just really delicately just kind of going over the edges just to make sure that there is no harsh lines. So now I'm just going to take the tip of the brush and do the same thing on this side. So just ever so gently making sure that everything is blended. Great. So now I do want to make my eyeshadow a little bit smokier. So once we're done with that reddish brown color, now I want to dip in to this color right over here. So I'm just going to take this brownie color and I'm going to place it right on top of the work that we just did. So I just kind of want to make it a little bit smokier. Now once I'm done placing it on the outside corner, I am going to take whatever is left over and place it into my crease because I do want my crease to overall be a little bit more defined. So you can see how when I take a little bit of whatever's left over on that brown pigment, how it really does just show off the shape of your eye. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Be sure to tap off the excess and just place it right over here. So right on the outside corner, going back and forth, and then once you're done depositing the color, whatever's left over, take it all over your crease just to lift and enhance the crease. Great, perfect. Now once we're done with that, grab your blending brush and just soften the work that you just did. Perfect, so now I'm just going to go ahead and soften this side. Great, now once you're done softening and blending, now I'm going to show you the eyeshadow palette that inspired me to do the rainbow eyeshadow series. So I purchased this palette off Amazon, very, very inexpensive. It was about $20. I went ahead and linked the retailer and the accurate price for you down below. So it's this palette right over here. It comes with over 100 shades of matte shimmers and shines. So very beautiful, very pigmented and non-toxic, which is amazing. So very, very beautiful and great for the price. So I'm just going to show you the colors. So when you open it, you get this really beautiful selection of colors, and then you also get another pan which is right underneath. So this pan right over here. So just overall a really beautiful selection of colors. But since we are doing rose gold today, I am going to focus on this palette right over here. So let's start dipping into rose gold. So now I'm going to show you one of my favorite items from Shop Miss A. It is their velour eyeshadows. So they have a really beautiful selection of highly pigmented cream eyeshadows that I very highly recommend. They are absolutely beautiful. If you want to buy a cream pigment eyeshadow on the market, it could range from $20 all the way up to $60, and I purchased this for only $1. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you so that way you can see the color. So it goes on really, really smoothly, very, very creamy. and I'm just going to swatch it right over here on my finger so you can overall see just how beautiful, just how pigmented it is with just one swatch. And you can, of course, layer it if you do want it to be a little bit more intense. So I'm just going to layer this really beautiful rose gold pink on my eyelid, and then we're going to add a little bit of eyeshadow on top of it, just so that way it can really grab onto this eyeshadow and just be overall really rose gold and really intense. So for this specific step, you are going to need a basic eyeshadow brush. So go ahead and grab your basic eyeshadow brush. So go ahead and take your traditional eyeshadow brush and coat both sides of your brush. Now once you're done coating both sides of the brush, now we're going to take this color and we're going to place it right over here, so right on our eyelid, but I'm not going to take it all the way up to the crease. I'm focusing it right by the lash line, and I'm also taking it to the inside corner of the eye. Now I'm just going to grab a teeny bit more. Perfect, and I'm just going to place it right over here. So I'm not taking it over my whole entire eyelid, we're just focusing it right on the inside corner and right above the lash line, so you can overall see how it really does start to make the inside corner look a little bit brighter. So now I'm just going to take the same exact color, coating both sides of my traditional eyeshadow brush and applying it on my lid on the other side. So I'm just going to place it right over here, so right on the inside corner, and then I'm going to take a little bit and place it over my lash line. And then once I'm done applying the first layer, I'm going to build the color and enhance the color by adding another coat. So I'm just going to take a little bit more product and I'm going to apply it right on top, so right over here. I love these cream eyeshadows. They are so beautiful, they are so pigmented, they are absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for you guys to try them, and if you guys have tried them already, let me know down in the comment section how you guys love them. They are absolutely amazing. Now once we are done applying that cream eyeshadow, now go ahead and wipe off your brush completely. So I'm going to use the in-between eyeshadow brush cleaner just so that way you guys can see how it works. Literally just take your brush, even after a cream product, it does dry back to normal and is perfectly clean. So once we are done with that, now we're going to dip into our eyeshadow palette. So this palette right over here. And right down here you have this really beautiful rose gold. So right before the last one, so the second to last one, we are going to take our traditional eyeshadow brush and we are going to coat both sides of our brush and we're going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to place this color right at the outside corner. So I'm slowly going to start adding the rose gold. I don't want to bring it to the inside corner just yet because I'm going to save that for a really beautiful loose powder pigment that I purchased again from Shop Miss A. So just place that pigment right over the cream eyeshadow, and I like to pack it on there because I do want this color to be a little bit intense. So for that reason I am doing stippling motions. If I was to swipe it, it would give me a sheer application of color, and I do not want a sheer application of color, so for that reason I am packing and building the color. Great, so once I'm done packing and building that rose gold color to the lid on this side, now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. So just coat both sides of your traditional eyeshadow brush and just layer and pack right on top of the cream eyeshadow this really beautiful rose gold color. Great, now once you're done adding that really beautiful rose gold color, now I'm going to show you another product that I purchased from Shop Miss A. This is one of their newer items, which I think is really beautiful because you can wear it on your face and you can also wear it on your eyes. So it is this product right over here. It is called the AOA Power Lighter. So it comes in a really beautiful small little compact, and it is a loose pigment. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it for you using my finger. And I'm going to place it right over here. So I'm just going to place it right over here, and look how gorgeous and how beautiful and how pigmented that is. Again, if you want to purchase a loose powder pigment that is this fine, this sheer, and it doesn't have any chunky glitter. I personally don't like any eyeshadow pigment that has chunky glitter where you can physically see and touch the sparkle. This one has a really beautiful fine glitter, almost like a crushed pearl effect. So I really, really love this. I highly recommend it. So for this step, we are going to use, again, our basic eyeshadow brush. So go ahead and wipe it off again. I really love using a traditional eyeshadow brush. It's really great for packing and adding color because it is more dense. It's not really loose like a blending brush. Now for this step, I'm just going to use my lid. So go ahead and take the product and put a little bit on your lid. You don't want to dip into the actual container. You will grab too much product. So just grab whatever is on the lid, and that definitely is more than enough be sure to tap off the excess. Since we are dealing with a loose pigment, I am going to take a little bit and place it on the back of my hand just to triple check that I do take the excess off, and you can overall see how much color really does come off. So really be sure to tap off the excess. Now once we're done with that, we are going to take this and we are going to place it right on top of the rose gold powder eyeshadow that we did. And you can overall see how it really does enhance that rose gold color and really does make the eye overall pop. So I personally love shine, so I'm going to add a little bit more. And I do want to show off the rose gold theme, so I'm just going to add a little bit more color. Again, I tapped off the excess. I'm just going to triple check on my hand, and then I'm just going to place this right over here. So I'm starting to take this really beautiful reflective rose gold and placing it right on top. So you can see how I'm doing it right on top of the work that we just did, and then I'm just taking a little bit on the inside corner of my eye, just so that way it really does brighten up the inside corner. Look how gorgeous that is. I am also going to take a little bit of this and place it right on the tear duct. Whenever you place any sort of reflective pigment on the tear duct, it does bounce back off the light and overall make your eyes look more open and more awake. Great, so now I'm just going to add a little bit more pigment. So I'm going to layer and build the powder eyeshadow. Great, so now I'm just going to take a teeny bit more and I'm going to apply it on my inside corner and then right on top of my tear duct. So literally place it right on top of your tear duct, not inside, just right on top. Great, now I'm just going to add a teeny bit more on both sides because again, I do like it to be a little bit more intense, but I'm not going to do another layer all over. So I'm just going to take another layer and just literally place it right over here, just to kind of give a little bit more boost of lightness just right on the center of the eye. So I'm just going to take a little bit and place it right over here again, just to make the center of my eye just look a little bit brighter and to show off that really beautiful rose gold color. Okay, so once we are done adding the rose gold pigment, now I do want to add a little bit of color to my lower lash line. So for this step, go ahead and grab your brush specifically used for the lower lash line and clean it off because we do have a little bit of brown pigment from taking that smoky brown underneath our eye. So for this step, I'm going to dip into this color right over here so you can see how we have this really beautiful, almost lavender color that has a little bit of pink to it. So I'm going to dip into this color right over here. This really does go with that rose gold theme. I don't want to do anything too chocolatey because I don't want to distract from this really beautiful work that we just did. So just go with a really soft color. Perfect. Now for this step, I'm going to place it right over here. So right underneath my lash line. I'm not going to take it to the outside corner because I do want it to be a little bit smokier, and that's where we do have that cocoa brown. So just place it right at the center of your lower lash line. So not at the inside corner because that's where we have our beautiful reflective pigment in our tear duct. So right in the center of our eye. So you can really see how this overall ties the whole rose gold look together just by adding this really beautiful, almost pinkish lavender color. So this color right over here. So now I'm just going to do the same thing. Just add a little bit more because I do want it to be overall a little bit more intense. Great. So once we are done with that, go ahead and repeat the same step on the other side. Coat both sides of your brush. Great. So again, just place it on your lower lash line, but right in the center. So not on the tear duct and not on the outside corner. Always start off by doing one layer so that way you don't get too much product accidentally on the brush and into your eye. You can always add, but you can't take away, so do everything gradually. Perfect. Now once we are done adding all the eyeshadows, now for the last and final step, grab your clean blending brush. So go ahead and just clean it off. And now we're going to take the tip of the brush and we're just going to soften the work that we just did. Again, just to make sure that there is absolutely no harsh lines. Now before you move on to the next eye, be sure to clean your brush off again. You don't want to transfer any pigment from this side to the next eye. So make sure you have a clean brush when dealing with both sides of your eye. Great, now once you're done softening and blending all of your colors together, now we are going to line and define our eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my eyeliner and I'll meet you right back here so we can line and define our eyes. Okay, so for this specific eyeshadow look, I'm going to be using a chocolate brown eyeliner. I'm not going to be using black. It's going to be a little bit too harsh and distract from this gorgeous work that we just did. So go ahead and grab a chocolate brown eyeliner. I'm going to be using a gel eyeliner. I went ahead and linked it for you down below. And I'm going to be using a synthetic brush because whenever using or dealing with a gel eyeliner, you do want to be sure to use a synthetic brush just so that way it does glide on evenly. Perfect. So you can really see how it is a gorgeous chocolate brown color. So nothing too dark, nothing too intense. So just coat both sides of your gel eyeliner brush and grab your handheld mirror. Now for this step, I want it to be really soft and really smoky. So I'm just going to place this color really, really close to my lash line. So I'm not going to take it all the way. So I'm just going to start by doing a little line right at the outside corner. So you can see how I literally just did a tiny line right at the outside corner. And now I'm going to grab a smoky eyeliner brush. So this brush is specifically used to blend and smudge eyeliner. Now I'm going to show you what type of brush it is. So if you take a look right over here, you can see how this is a basic eyeshadow brush. So this smoky eyeliner brush is literally a smaller version of your traditional eyeshadow brush. So if you can find a really, really tiny basic eyeshadow brush, you can get away with that for blending and smudging your eyeliner. So you can really see after I'm done smudging the liner how you do get the definition on your lash line, but it's not this really harsh line. So now I'm just going to do a little bit more. So you want to work your way inward. So start with the outside corner, deposit, blend, and then work your way to the inside corner. If you try to do one line and smudge the outside corner and then start working your way in, the eyeliner that's going to be right over here is going to be dry already and it's not going to smudge. So just be sure to smudge your eyeliner section by section. So now I'm just going to take a little bit more of that gel eyeliner and I'm going to start to work my way forward. So now I'm going to do a little bit more and then again I'm going to take my brush immediately afterwards and I'm just going to soft and blend the eyeliner. Perfect. So now I'm just going to take a little bit more. Great. And again, I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to soften and blend the gel liner. Great, now once I'm done softening and blending the gel liner, I want to show you the before and after. So if you take a look right over here, we have this really gorgeous rose gold eyeshadow, but we don't have any definition on our lash line. So our lashes are a little bit invisible, but when I turn a little bit this way and take a look at you, we still see that really beautiful eyeshadow, but we're not distracted with this really harsh, intense liquid liner, but you still get a little bit of definition on your lash line. So I really, really love this step. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I'm just going to dip my brush into my chocolate brown liner. Again, I'm just going to do a little bit and then I'm going to immediately grab my brush and smudge. And this is really easy too. It's like a foolproof eyeliner. Like anyone can do this. And not only can anyone do this, but it's really soft and really beautiful too. Great, and now I'm just going to do a teeny bit on the inside corner. Great, so now I'm going to take a look at you in the camera and you can overall see how we have this gorgeous definition on our lashes now. But we're not done. Now we need to add a little bit of definition to our lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, we're not going to do a really harsh, intense line. We're going to take whatever's left over on the back of our hand. So you can see how I have a little bit of eyeliner on the back of my hand. Go ahead and grab your smoky eyeliner brush. And now we're just going to take this to our lower lash line. And you can see on my hand how overall it does make it a little bit smokier. So grab your handheld mirror and take whatever's left over on the back of your hand and just place this right in between your eyelashes. And I'm going to do one eye first so that way you can see the difference. So I'm just going to add a teeny bit more and just apply it right over here so that way you guys can see the difference. Great. So I'm just going to show you the before so you can see how we don't have any definition to our lower lash line. And then when I turn a little bit this way, how you can overall see how the look is finalized and polished and overall is really, really defined on our lower lash line. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side using whatever's left over on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to place this right in between my eyelashes. Great. Now once you are done lining and defining your eyes, you can either finish off the look with your favorite mascara. I'm going to go ahead and apply my favorite false lashes from Shop Miss A. And then once I'm done applying my false lashes, I'll meet you right back here to show you the final look of the final episode of the Rainbow Shadow series Rose Gold tutorial. So I'll see you back in a sec. Alright you guys, I just got done doing my lashes and mascara off camera. So this is the final look of the Rainbow Shadow series Rose Gold tutorial. I hope you guys love this look just as much as I do. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment me down below. I had so much fun filming all the looks for you. I cannot wait to see you guys on another series and on another episode. And I will see you guys next time. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.